देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भवति नैष्टिकी ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा वदाम्यहं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साधुजातं सहगणान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपीश गोपिकान्त श्रीराधाकान्त नमोऽस्ते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी श्रीराधे तापनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम राम। This verse, वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Important verse. You can memorize this verse also. When you meet a Vaishnava, when you enter the class, when you visit the class, these are the prayers which we sung. This is this line, Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Like when you see your elders, what you say? Namaste, Naman, Pranam. And while doing that, we have to pray one thing. What is that? The Vaishnavas are like Kalpatarus. Kalpataru means desire. So Kalpataru means desire. Vancha Kalpataru just whatever you want, you can ask from a Vaishnava. But what you'll ask from a Vaishnava, what he has to give, he has Krishna Bhakti to give. So what you will ask from a Vaishnava, Krishna Bhakti, Vacha Kalpita Rupesh, Kripa Sindhu Devach. Sindhu means river. He is a river of mercy. And what is it mercy? He will give Krishna Prasad. He will give Krishna's mercy. Kripa Sindhu Devach. Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo. Who am I? I am the most lowest person. Patita. Patitanam Pavane. It is just by your mercy I can purify myself. So in this Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo. The way one has to worship the Vaishnavas. If one chants these verses, not only for the Vaishnavas who are present or who are there, but it is for the Samasta Vaishnavas. There is Akhila Brahmanda Vaishnavas. Everybody will show mercy unto us. By their mercy only, we can progress in devotion. Krishna's mercy flows to the mercy of a Vaishnava. So if a Vaishnava shows mercy unto us, then it is very easy to progress in devotion. So it is said, as many times you chant this verse a day, so much mercy is attained by Brahmanda Vaishnavas. So many Vaishnavas. Vancha, chant after me. Vancha, Kalpataru, Kripa, Sindhu, Bhagavancha, Patitanam, Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo. So last time we had done two topics out of the 5 subject matters in Bhagavad Gita, that is soul and God. So now today we'll start with, in the topic God itself, there's always a fight for religion. There are so many religions, and so many religions, so many so-called gods, according to their own mind. But if you see every scripture, name a religion, they always say there is only one God. And they call God in different names, and there is a fight for it. So what is the real meaning of dharma? Dharma means which is never ending. There is no beginning, no end. It's known as Sanatan. So one is a religion. Religion is man-made. Religion is having boundaries. But Sanatan Dharma has no boundaries. Sanatan Dharma is not man-made. So dharma means which is the intrinsic quality of an object. The intrinsic quality of the soul is to serve. That soul can be any part of the world, that soul can be any type of body. But the basic, what is the dharma or the quality of the soul is to serve. Like if you see a bird, the bird serves her siblings. But everybody has a tendency to serve. Even the cow serves her calf. Everybody has a tendency to serve. Now, whom to serve, that becomes a biggest question. That's why last time we had discussed. If we don't know to serve G-O-D, we'll land up in serving D-O-G. So serving God is the most important. If you know what is the meaning of dharma, dharma means just no beginning, no end. Dharma means the intrinsic quality of the soul. Like yesterday I was called some dharma palak. They called me Atithi. This is the timing. I said, class. But they had some procession, 400 youth walking. I said, what are you going to do in this procession? I'm Nara Lagai. Hindutva ka Nara Lagai. I said, what is it, Nara? I said, just on the name of Hindu, which is not there in the scriptures. If you see Vedic scripture, there is no word. You'll be surprised to know. This Hindu word came from the mispronunciation of the word sin. We have done this. We have done this. No. So in those times, Hindu dealt a lot of Vedic samskaras and all that. So different places, Brahmins, if you can say. Brahmins are the priestly class of people who are interested in the scriptures. Say Brahmins, one is Brahmin by birth. Brahmin means Brahman iti janati Brahman. One who is eager to know about the absolute is also known as Brahmana. So educated class, or can say one who is interested in the knowledge. Those class of people, they tried to come to this value we named as Hindu. And they were eager to study our literature. They were eager to study our Vedas. So Vedas were taught and in this way. But the Persian kings, they were in anxiety. Then what happened? All our priestly class of people have gone and settled somewhere else. So searching them, they came to this belt known as Sindhu. And instead of pronouncing Sindhu, they were pronouncing Hindu. Like if you see in Bengalis, they cannot pronounce B. They will pronounce B. Chakrabarti, then they will pronounce Chakrabarti. There is a, for that pronunciation is like that. So in the same way, these Persian kings, they could not pronounce Sindhu. They are pronouncing Hindu, 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 Hindu. In this way, our land became Hindustan. But actually, it was Sindhu Valley. It was actually Sindhu Valley. And then what we do, we go and tell them, Hindu. And they named us. They have named us. The father names the child. They have named us as Hindu. Actually, it's not Hindu also. It was Sanatan Dharma. But on the name of Hindu, we are just fighting without understanding what is Sanatan Dharma, what is actual Dharma. I was telling them yesterday, if you really want to establish Dharma, first thing is teach the devotion to Lord. If we chant the name of God is one. Ekam Shastram, Devaki Putravita. Eko Devo, Devaki Putre. Eko Mantras Tasya Namanya. Karma Apekam Tasya Devasya. There is only one God. There is no two gods, three gods. There is only one God. If you don't teach Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which is actually the medicine for this Kali Yuga, what will happen on the name of religion, there will be only fight. So we should first understand Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan means which is eternal. Soul is eternal, God is eternal. We know this topic. Soul, God. Both are eternal topics. They are eternal. So the relationship to God is also eternal. But on the name of religion, we just fight. Every soul is connected to God. God is master and every soul is servant of God. If we understand servantship, then understand we are actually following the Sanatan Dharma. And Sanatan Dharma is not for a particular religion. Religion is man-made. It's not for a particular religion. Sanatan Dharma is universal. It is for everyone. Like Srila Prabhupada, when he went to West, he gave this Sanatan Dharma. He took Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, written by Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada took Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam and he carried it around the world. People, irrespective of different religion, they studied Bhagavad Gita. They studied Bhagavatam. Like last week, we were distributing Bhagavad Gita. At that time, Mataji came in contact with she was sitting in the auto rickshaw. The auto rickshaw happened to be a Muslim. And he was just hearing the conversation between Mataji and another devotee. And then what happened? He said, this is what I was eager to study. I also want a copy of Bhagavad Gita. That means, what is Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita is a manual which is actually teaching us, which is reviving us, not only teaching us, reviving our lost relationship to Lord. Everyone is servant of God. Our servitorship can be understood only when we hear from an authoritative source. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhu Shravanadi Shuddha Chitta Tanayam. This love of Krishna is there in each and every one of us. But what happened? We are contaminated because we are covered. Your consciousness is covered by 6 spices. Kama, Krodha, Moha, Matsya. So because of that contamination of the covering, we have forgot our relationship with. So we have forgotten our relationship with God. To revive that relationship, we need Bhagavad Gita. So in this way, Bhagavad Gita will make us understand this subject, soul and God. Then let us come to the topic karma. Or let us take this topic prakriti. Before that, let us take this topic prakriti. Prakriti means this body. This body is made up of prakriti. Because I am not the body, I am soul. Last week only we saw how Srila Prabhupada, even to that small child, he could make him understand, yes, I am not the body, I am soul. Then what is this body made of? So I am not the body, I am soul, everyone is soul. Then why is it that there are different behavioral patterns, there are different natures, personalities. What is the thing which is giving differences in the natures or in the behavioral patterns? Now, body as such is made up of 24 elements. Then what is the thing which is making that two people behave in different ways? Why the taste is different? Why the choices are different? Like mother has two children. Even the twins also, the nature differs. Why the two children grown by the same mother and the father have different natures? It's because there is a there is an element which is known as pradhan, which is governing this body. So let us see how is this body made up. Because when you say prakriti, this prakriti is also eternal. Last week we saw that how soul never dies, prakriti also never dies. Prakriti also never dies. Then what dies is the form taken by the prakriti. What we see in the mirror is the form taken by the prakriti. We ourselves don't know what are these 24 elements and how these 24 elements constitute different types of bodies. And so many types of bodies. And in this way, how there are so many changes in the differences in the changes in the behavioral patterns and everything. How is it happening? That means we ourselves don't know all these 24 elements and we just cry on the change of the body. Dehantara. Dehantara means one body to another body, which is called death. And this death is only for the form of the body or the form of the 24 elements which has made itself a particular type of a body. So see the verse 7th chapter 4th verse speaks about Ahankara yamme inna prakriti rashtara. So bhumira punano vayu kammano buddhirevacha ahankara iti yamme inna prakriti rashtara. Bhumi means earth. There are 5 gross elements. If you have pen and paper, you can note it down. There are 5 gross elements. Actually, here only 8 has been spoken. Total, there are 24 elements, which is also known as, you can say, elements. These 24 elements constitute our body. First gross, 5 gross: earth, water, fire, air, ether. Another 5 gross: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Now 5 knowledge gaining senses. Now earth. How are you going to know this is an earth? Like the first rains come and there is a nice fragrance. Immediately you say, oh, Mittika Khushbu. Then how you came to know there is an earth? What is the knowledge gaining senses? Nose. Earth. Nose. Water. Water. Tongue. Right? Taste you can understand. Tongue. Earth. Fire. How will you know this is fire? Touch. If you touch, then only you know to fire. Eyes. Eyesight. Eyes. Fire. Air. How do you know the presence of air? Skin. Skin. And then ether. What is ether? There is a vacuum in the space by which the sound travels. Now you are able to hear me because there is an ether present in our body. And that is because of this ears. Because of ears, I can understand there is a sound. So earth, water, fire, air, ether. So 5 knowledge gaining senses are nose, tongue, eyes, skin, and ears. Then 5 working elements. What are the working elements? Hands, legs, mouth, intestine, genitals. So in this way, there are 5 working elements. And then in this way, how many became now? 18. Now for every senses, there is a corresponding sense object. I am able to see because there is a sight. I am able to touch because I am able to feel because there is a touch. So corresponding line for earth, it is tongue, it is taste. For water, earth water. Water it is, sorry, earth it is what? Nose, so smell. Water it is tongue, taste. For fire, it is eyes, sight. For air, it is skin, that it is touch. And then for ether, there is ears, there is sound. So in this way, the 20 set has been. After that, there is something known as subtle elements. And what are the subtle elements? Something subtle element. The subtle is which you cannot see. Sometimes people ask, did you see God? Then you should ask, did you see your intelligence? I consider yourself as intelligent, but can I see your intelligence? They challenge, did you see God? How can I believe God? So you should immediately say, did I see your intelligence? No, then how can I believe that you're an intelligent person? So there are subtle things, which is mind, intelligence, and false ego. What is the meaning of ego? Ego means identification, false identification. That means there is something known as true identification also. We identify with our body, which is known as false identification. We identify our positions. It's also false identification. Like, मैं तो engineer हूँ, people should call me engineer. But engineer is your upadhi. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam. Come out of all these upadhis. Upadhi is just a designation. But we identify with our designation, we identify with our land, we identify with our society, we identify with our language, with the bird. So all these are known as false identification. I and mine. Aham mama iti ajnanam. We have done this. Aham mama iti ajnanam. Cattish and doggish tendency. Aham means I. Mama means mine. So in this way, false ego. Mind, intelligence, and false ego. And 24th element is Pradhan. Pradhan constitutes of 3 types of nature. Satogun, Rajogun, Tamogun. Mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. Because of these 3 modes, this behavior changes. The taste changes, the likings changes, food habits are different. The whole day, their ways of routine is also different. These modes affect our consciousness also. It is said, at least to come to the platform of studying Bhagavad Gita, one should be at least the mode of goodness. Sattvam sanjayate jnanam. Only by satoguna, a person can accumulate knowledge. And for having this satoguna, naturally our food habits also should be sato. Our day habits also should be sato. One cannot be rajas and try to accumulate the knowledge. So what is this satoguna? What is this rajoguna? What is this tamoguna? Let us see. And how this behavior also changes. So Srila Prabhupada here says, very wonderfully Srila Prabhupada in the Tatparya or the Purports, Prabhupada writes about these 3 verses also. How 3 modes of material nature binds a person in this material world. First one, that is Satoguna. Now, it's also binding. It's also binding. Satoguna is also binding a person in this material world. Rajas is also binding. Tamas is also binding. That means in this material world, all these 3 gunas are also binding. Generally, a Satoguna person is very good. That means goodness is also binding. We say be good in a society. No mothers say be bad in a society. Generally, we say be good, behave good. But this goodness also binds. Then what is that thing which doesn't bind? That is divinity. Be divine in the society. There will be hardly a mother who says to the child, be divine in the society. If you are good in the society, people expect you to be more good. If you are bad, nobody will say you become worst. So the expectation is there in the society that you be more good, more good. But instead of all this good and bad, be divine. This good and bad are the dualities of this material world. Krishna says, Nirdvando Nitya Sattvastu, Nirdvando. Come out of all these dvandva. Dvandva means where dualities are there. Good, bad, man, apan. So come out of all these dualities. But because this goodness also binds. Let us see how it binds. Tatra sattvam nirmalatva prakashakam manamayam prasangena bhatnati jnana sanghena chanaga. Tatra sattvam nirmalatva prakashakam manamayam prasangena bhatnati jnana sanghena chanaga. Tatra sattvam nirmalatva. So how is this person, Satoguna person? He is Nirmala. Nirmala means his heart is very pure. No mala. Nirmala means no mala. Very pure. Prakashakam anamayam. He is always in pursuit of seeking knowledge. Prakashakam anamayam. Anamayam means he is sinless. Because he is sinless, he is very nirmala, no contamination. That is why he is experiencing sukha. He is experiencing sukha. And but this sukha also is bhajnati. This position of happiness also binds a person. Generally, when a person goes to God, what he asks, Banai rakho. If he is sukha, then it is in sukhi position, what he says, Banai rakho. That means he doesn't want to give up this sukha. He doesn't want to give up the happiness. Nobody says, Bhagavan sab chhin lo. Nobody says. Everybody wants sukha. That is why they say, Lord, keep us always happy. That means even this happiness, so-called happiness, also binds a person. Somebody asks, what is this happiness and what is distress? They are two different positions, but they are alternate positions. Like if somebody is dipped in the water, he's suffocating. That is dukha. When he is brought out of water, he experiences relief. That relief between two miserable situations is sukha. So what is the definition of sukha? A relief between two miserable conditions is birth is also one dukha. Death is also one dukha. Isn't it? Being entangled in mother's womb is also one horrible situation where the child has no space to move also. It has to just be in a congested place, especially in the womb of such mothers who are smoking, drinking, eating all type of nonsensical things. For that child, that situation is a miserable situation. And any of death is also a miserable situation. Between these two miserable situations, which is experienced some situation like relief is there. That relief is called. So in this, somebody asks, what is the real meaning of sukha? What you should answer? The relief which is got between two miserable situations, that is. And the soul out of ignorance, out of ajnanata, what is he asking? Oh, please allow me to live in this wonderful situation without understanding. All these temporary sukhas are going to vanish. Nobody asked dukha, it came. Nobody asked sukha, it comes. But this situation goes on changing. Like summer is there, winter came, then summer will come. So these are the situations which goes on changing. So this sukha is also badnati. This is also binding. How is the behavior of a person who is in satoguna? He is a very good person. What is his moral? Simple living, high thinking. What is the moral of his life? Simple living, high thinking. He doesn't fight with people. He's very peaceful. Anybody meets him, he's calm, he's peaceful. And he is generally inquisitive of knowledge. And even if he goes for outings, he likes to go in hill stations where there is like nature. He likes to go in nature. He likes to sit near the seaside. He likes to be in nature. And how is his food habits? Generally, he likes to have wholesome, juicy, fatty, like milk, fatty things means here, milk, curd, ghee. These all things he likes very much. So these are all given in the 14th chapter. What are their food habits. Even the 17th chapter also has been given. What are the food habits? What type of food he likes to eat? So such is a person who is in the mode of goodness. His time schedules are so perfect. He wakes up in time. Somebody can even match uh, their watch according to their activities. Exactly 6:30 he'll go out, go for a walking, he'll come, he'll take bath, everything's so perfect. Exactly in time he'll go to the office, there will not be here and there. Very time conscious, a very perfect person. And in their house, there'll be no fight. They all will sit together, peacefully have their lunch and dinner together. So such people are very good people. People like to have association with such good people. Whomever they meet, they only give happiness because they are filled with happiness. So people experience happiness with such good people. So they are good people. But such good people are also bound in this material world. Like we have jail. In the jail, there are shackles. The shackles can be gold shackle, iron shackle, or silver shackle. What it matters, shackle is a shackle. Now, somebody is given very good facilities in the jail. Like sometimes the politicians they go to the jail. Sometimes so-called sadhus also go to the jail. But their treatment is like very royal treatment inside the jail. They have all the facilities. So is it that all the facilities are there? He should be in jail only, or he should try to come out of the jail? Like there was a very wonderful police superintendent. Her name was Kiran Bedi. She's also still there. She's still, when she is when she is really setting the jail systems and all, the prisoners they don't want to go out of jail because she's giving all the facilities in the jail. But then the purpose of going to the jail is to come out of the jail. Like purpose of one entering the college, IIT college, it's not that you should always say I'm in IIT college, IIT. You have to come out of the IIT college. The purpose of going to jail is to come out of the jail. In the same way, purpose of coming in this material world is to get out of this material world. But if a person is thinking, oh, I'm having all the facilities, I'm experiencing sukha, he's attached to the sukha, that so-called attachment becomes the cause of bondage. And this sukha, to experience this sukha, he goes on changing variety of bodies, variety of bodies. So janma mrityu jara vyam. It's experiencing all this janma mrityu jara vyam. Now his goal, his moral is simple living, high thinking, but still is bound in this material world. Now let us see the person in Rajas, Rajoguna. Rajoragatmikam vidhi Krishna Sangam Samudbhava Sangha Samudbhava Pratibhatnati Kamteya Karma Sangera Dehina Rajoragatmikam vidhi Krishna Sangha Samudbhavam Tannibadhnati Kamteya Karma Sangera Dehinam. These are Rajas. Rajas means passion. It is said 99% people are in passion. What is the meaning of passion? Money is honey. What is the meaning of passion? Money is, this is funda. Money is, for money he can do anything. So hard working. His tendency is what he so much desire. Trishna, Sangha, Samudbhava. He has multifarious desires, unlimited desires. So many desires. One desire over another desire shoots. Another desire, when that desire is over, another desire. That means he has unlimited desires, unlimited longings. That is the meaning of Rajas. He has unlimited desires. To fulfill that desire, what he does? Work hard. Work hard. That is his funda. Go on working, working hard. Money is honey. That means just work hard. Even we teach our children also, work hard. We don't tell them, hardly work. We say, work hard, work. And why should he work hard? He is a human, he should not work hard. He should hardly work. Because worship is the only work. But what we teach? Work is worship. We teach work is worship. Go on working, go on working. The donkeys also do that. But that is not the goal of life, that you don't have time for yourself. We have forgotten ourselves. And we are just working hard. In this pursuit of working hard, Ask a small child, what is the goal of life? Engineer. हाँ, उसके बाद क्या करना है? बहुत कमाना. उसके बाद क्या करना है? We are just teaching them, work hard, get married, produce children, then work hard, accumulate more and more and more. After that, we don't tell them the truth of the life. That one day we have to leave this body. And when we are going to leave this body, in what consciousness are we going to leave this body? And this consciousness, we are going to get the next body also. So our next birth is dependent on the consciousness in which we are going to leave this body. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. In whatever consciousness we leave this body, that consciousness, that type of body one gets in the next life. So this Rajas person, he has so much desire, he's so passionate. He has a desire for name and fame also. Tanni Badnati Kaunteya. Because he is always in seek of name, fame, fulfilling the desire that is binding him in this material. That is why he is forgetting his constitutional position as servant of. It so happened. It's a real thing. Mayapur is our headquarters. It's called headquarters in Mayapur, which is near Calcutta. How many of you have gone to Mayapur? We'll take you to Mayapur. Go for yatras. Take you to Mayapur. There is a headquarters of this one. It's the birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who has appeared. Krishna himself has appeared in the mood of Srimati Radharani. It's Mayapur, very important place. Now Dham. So in Mayapur, one merchant visited. He visited there. He stayed there for 3 days. And this merchant went to the temple president and told him, I want to donate the fans in this hall. It's a big hall. I want to donate the fans. See that tomorrow you're keeping the fans because I have only 3 days. I'll be here. I want to see before my eyes only that you have put the fans. So this temple president changed the whole fans, everything, and he called him, see all the fans of it. Then he said, wonderful, very good. But even I am not able to recognize that they are my fans. You should put my name in that. So, okay, at least initials. Then it was called NM. Okay, initial was put. Then after that, next day, he saw that NM is put. It was put in only one fin. So only one fin, you should put in all the fins. Especially in the bonds. NM, everywhere NM was. Then again, third day, he said, I'm not satisfied. Because when you are keeping this fan on, nobody is able to read this NM. So you should see that when everybody is there, you should keep it off and everybody should read my name, initials at least. So just see how much is the desire for this name. And in this pursuit of name and fame, the whole life goes. So this person is not experiencing that happiness. He's working so hard. He is working so hard. He has made a wonderful bungalow. He is having 2-3 houses. But who is enjoying in that bungalow? His maid servant is enjoying. The maid servant is eating very nicely, sleeping very nicely, and this person is working like a donkey to fit all the spoons and whatever he has taken. You see, many people are working so hard. How many of them are really enjoying? It is not that to the extent we work hard, we'll enjoy. If the enjoyment is there in their karma, automatically you'll enjoy. If it is not there, you'll not enjoy. You'll be going on working and somebody else will enjoy. There are farmhouses where the farmer is enjoying, but the master is working like hell, isn't it? He's working so hard, stuck in the traffic jam, having a big car, but what is the use? 3 hours, 4 hours, he just has to sit in the car and carrying one stupid dabba, small dabba with him, and then opening and eating something which is very cold. And there, that farmer is eating very nice hot bhakris. Just see what a bhagya for that farmer who has not done anything to purchase a house or a farmhouse or whatever it is. And this person is working so hard and is not able to eat 2 times food also properly. The morning when he wakes up, there is a headache. Because whole night he did not sleep. What did he do? In that sleep also, he was just thinking about his work. Many times we have seen that people are having headache after they wake up because they are thinking so much even while sleeping also. That sleep also is a very difficult thing to attain. That is why we have no sleep. Because we know 90% of the people are suffering with this disease of sleeplessness. This nose ghee actually gives you make you sleep at least properly. This small thing which is sleep also, animals are able to do properly. As a human, we are not able to sleep properly. And as soon as he wakes up in the morning, it is not morning. By the time he has woken up, at least it is now time. It is like time up now. He has to go to office. So there's always a fight. Hey, what is this? You did not wake me up. My wife also shouts, and the husband also shouts. Everybody shouts. The child also shouts. Because the child is also late to the school. Then mother in all the hurry, she makes a stupid bed, and that is also burnt, half burnt, because all hurry. And in that, the child goes to the bathroom, on the geyser, forgot to even switch off the geyser. And in this way, you see the houses sometimes have such types of commotion. Why? Because simple thing of waking up early in the morning is also it's not possible for such a person because he has not slept properly. A person sleeps properly, then only he can wake up properly. He has not slept properly. And then somehow hurry goes to the school, goes to the office, then also gets shouting from his boss. And then he has forgotten that it was his wife's birthday, came late to the home, again there's a fight. There's always a fight. Such people only give frustration to others because they are also frustrated, they give frustration to others. This desire for fulfilling the desire for fulfilling the desire goes on, it is always unlimited. And in this situation, there's only a commotion, there's only a confusion in their life. And what are the eating habits? They like to eat something very tikha, very salty, and something which is very spicy types. Their food habits are like that. They like to eat very hot, till it burns hot. They have the sweatings in their faces. They like to eat such type of food. That's all the Bhagavad Gita. Such type of food habits they have. And because of that, when you eat too spicy, naturally you get ulcers. You get ulcers. Most of the diseases are because of too spicy, too salty, too bitter. All these things are not good for the health. And because of that, he has naturally BP problems. Too salty, too spicy. What happens? BP problems. And BP means what? Blood pressure increases. Then pressure in the house increases. And what happens? Everybody are in pressure. Your cooker pressure increases and so everything is in the pressure. So Rajonadhatmak Viddhi Trishna Sangam Sabuddhava. Tanni Badnati Kaunteya Karpa Sangera Dehinam. Now third class of person. The third grade of person is what? Tamas. Tamasic ahara. Tamas person. This tamasic person, at least Rajas person, works hard. Tamasic person does not want to work at all. What is his funda? Beg, borrow, or steal. What is his funda? Beg, borrow, or steal. At least the Rajasic person works hard. This person doesn't want to work hard. Why? He's very, very lazy. Tamastva jnanajam viddhi. Tamastva jnanajam viddhi. Mohanam sarvadehinam. Pramadarasya viddhabye. Kannivatnati paharata. So as much as goodness binds, rajas binds, mode of passion binds, so much as mode of ignorance also binds. Tamastva agyanajam viddhi is agyanam. He is completely in agyana. Agyana means in darkness. And because of that, mohanam sarvadehinam. He is too attached. Mohanam. He is too attached. And pramada. Pramada means it's a madness. Alasya. He's a lazy person. Nidra. He likes to sleep, goes on sleeping. Tanni badnati. Because of all these habits, he's a mad person, he's an alasya person, and he is always sleeping. Such person is bound in this material world. So Mohanam refers to illusion. As such, everybody is an illusion only. Even Satoguna is also an illusion. Because he thinks that this happiness is going to be eternal. That is why he wants it also to be eternal. So even a Satoguna person is also in ignorance. Rajas is also in ignorance, thinking that if I accumulate more, I can be happy. Even he is also in ignorance, but this person has ignorance and also is in ignorance. Has ignorance and is in ignorance. Understand it very nice. One is Tama Guna, and ignorance here refers to Ajnanata. We are also in Ajnanata. And one is the last one, he has ignorance. And what is that ignorance? Tamoguna. And because of his tamas guna, he is alasya. He is a mad person. What is this madness? He identifies himself with something else. Madness is what? You identify yourself with something else, that's known as madness. Like once Jawaharlal Nehru went to an asylum. Mental people are asylum. He went there. There was a room where it was an ICU, intensive care unit. He said, I want to see. I want to go and see him. He went inside. Another gentleman sitting, the white dress, reading the newspaper. As soon as he saw Jawaharlal, he stood up and asked him to have a seat. The Nehru was thinking, why is it that they have put him in intensive care unit? He's behaving so nicely. He talked also very nicely. And he asked Nehru, what is your name? Then Nehru said, Jawaharlal Nehru. He said, shh, मैंने भी यही बोला. What was the answer he gave? Even I told this, that is why he's put inside. In the same way, we also identify ourselves with different things. You wear a dress, some like fashion street dresses are there. Some heroine has put that dress and immediately we also wear and we think that we are looking very beautiful, like same like that hero. So that is known as madness. And if this madness increases, actually all are madness. But when it increases to a very greater extent, then he is categorized as in mode of ignorance. When alasya also increases to the highest extent, that is known as ignorance. When he sleeps too much, then he doesn't want to work at all. His day starts somewhere 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoons. Then that person is then ignorance. He's not interested in making a fresh food and eating. He's not interested in all those things. He likes stale food. Maybe 2-3 months ka some canned food and all. He likes such type of. When Srila Prabhupada went to West, he met such type of people. Hippies were those people who used to take bath once in a year. They were such type of people. They were into all type of illicit activities. They used to eat all type of nonsensical things. They are known as tamogunas. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who is spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada, when he was taking a wonderful item in ghee in Bangladesh, at that time in neighborhood, pure ghee was at that time nice fragrance come. Because they used to be taking all these canned cockroaches and all those things, which used to be like all stale food. When such fragrance came, they said, oh, so dirty smell. They came to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and told, what are you cooking? Such a dirty smell is coming. One who is having the habit of taking all bad order things, for them fragrance, they cannot understand the value of the fragrance at all. One who is staying near the gutter, if you give him Mogra, he will say Mogra is smelling horrible because he's smelling every day that gutter thing. So that is the thing. But a person is in ignorance. What is his funda? Beg, borrow, or steal. He likes to beg. He likes to drink. You see, there are beggars. What they do, they beg, and then night what they do, they drink horribly. And in this way, they're just spending their time. And we feel pity on such beggars. But that is their karma. Because of such karma, because they have forgotten their position, that is why they have come to this state. And when we have got a human body, we don't utilize this human body, then what happens? We are degraded in this society. So then you say, we should not feel pity for such beggars. We should have compassion. Rather than pityness, we should have compassion. And give Krishna prasadam to such people so that at least they will be elevated in their consciousness. So just by begging and leaving their livelihood quickly, or borrowing, going on taking some money from others, and in this way, not refunding the money, running away from that place, that is known as borrowing. And then stealing. If nothing is working out, stealing. So such people, they don't believe in their hard work. At least passionate person is working hard. Even a Saboguna person is also working, but he is not working so hard like passionate person. Satoguna person works, but he gives time to himself also. But a Rajas person goes on. He doesn't have time, doesn't understand how the days are going. In this way, these three type of people are completely in control of three gunas. And these three gunas bind a person in this material world. So such are the different types of behavioral patterns according to the three modes of material nature. Though earth, water, fire, air, everything is the same. Sight, touch, smell, feel, and all these things are same. But then, what is the difference? The difference is because of the three modes of material nature. That is why there is a difference in the taste. There's a difference in the in everything it comes. Like sight, there is a difference. A Satoguna person likes to see something in nature. A Rajas person, where he has time to see anything, is always there in the work field. Is always there in his AC rooms. The work field is so where is the time to see? And what is the sight for a tamas? Is always in illusion, is always dreaming. So sight also differs. Somebody likes to see all bad movies. Somebody likes to see something which is satoguna. Taste also differs. Everything differs according to the nature of the person. So karma also differs. Activities also differs. Let us come to the topic karma. Because of the three modes changes, the three modes of material nature, differences in the three modes of material nature, karma also changes, activity also changes. And these activities bind a person. What is the meaning of karma? In a given period of time, using our senses in coming in contact with the sense objects. Using our senses with the sense objects, that is an activity. And that activity is also known as karma. And these karma has karmic reactions. What karmas I do, that karmic reactions goes on. And I get affected because of these karmic reactions. Sometimes I think, why bad things are happening to good people? Why good things are happening to bad people? We don't know what good thing he has done in the past. There are past life karmic reactions, which is accruing and which he has to experience. Sometimes in that lifetime or in the next lifetime, he has to experience. Sometimes you see a wonderful car. In that wonderful car, there is a dog. There is a devotee. His father has got an Innova car for his dog. This, and there is a person who is riding a bicycle. He is sweating in the hot sun and is seeing the dog. What a bhag. The dog is there in the AC car. So then why he has got the AC car? Because that dog in the previous life must have done such type of karma. That is why he is enjoying in that. And why he has got a dog's body? Again some karma. So dog's body, but lavishly enjoying. The master is only thinking of dog, serving the dog so nicely. The best of the foods of the world brought to him. And all the facilities are given. And here this person is suffering. So everything is according to one's own karma. And this karma and karmic reactions goes on. And why a person is performing karma? Because of ignorance. And what is that ignorance? The forgetfulness of Krishna. This badnati, the three situations, badnati happens only when a person forgets Krishna. That is known as ajnana. What is ajnana? Aham mama iti ajnana. I and mine. This I and mine happens only when a person forgets Krishna. This is because of forgetfulness of Krishna, there is an ignorance. We are not talking about the mode of ignorance now. We are talking about the ignorance where forgetfulness of Krishna is there. And when forgetfulness of Krishna is there, then what happens? He performs activity. He performs an activity and that activity only binds. The activity binds and then you say we should not perform karma only. Because Krishna has told karmanye vadikayaste ma pareshu kadach. Krishna has only told to perform the karma. Nowhere in Bhagavad Gita Krishna has told to perform karma. In fact, Krishna has told to perform karma yoga. Sometimes out of ignorance we say, भगवान ने तो कर्म करने को बोला है, कर्म करने को नहीं बोला, कर्म योग करने को. There is lot of difference between karma and karma yoga. Karma is done by keeping ourselves in center, our desires, our longings in center, our ambitions in center. That is karma. Karma yoga is keeping Krishna in the center and performing all your activities. Even sleeping is an activity which all the three do. Even Sattvaguda person does. He also wakes up early in the morning. There is a difference between a devotee waking up early in the morning and a Sattvaguda person waking up early in the morning. He also wakes up early in the morning, goes to the garden, performs some yoga, but he is not understanding what is the purpose of yoga. There are people who are waking up early in the morning, they will be going for a walk, they take bath, they go for the walk, they do the yoga sadhanas and all those things they will do. But they are also bound. So what is karma? What is karma yoga? So let us understand this. There are three types of people now. A, B, C. They went to a departmental store. Mr. A saw some rupees were falling. 100 rupees was falling. Then he thought it must be somebody else. He did not touch, he went away. And then another person came, Mr. B came, he saw here and there, put in the pocket. Mr. C saw, he also looked here and there, he also put in the pocket, but went to search for the right person to whom it belongs. Who is wonderful? A, B, or C? Among all, who is intelligent? C. He did the activity of B, but in the consciousness of A. A did not touch because it belongs to somebody else. B touched because he wanted to steal. This person touched, but not with the intention of stealing, but with the intention of giving it to the right person. So that is Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga means doing an activity, taking everything, whatever is there in this material world, whatever you have got according to your karma, whatever assets you have got, whatever properties you are coming along with, you are using it, everything in Krishna's hands. The first property what we have got is our own body. The body, human body is the first property or the asset which a soul has got. Using this body in the service of Lord, this is known as Karma Yoga. In Vedic terminology, we have three terms: Sakarma, Vikarma, Akarma. What is that? Sakarma, Vikarma, Akarma. Sakarma. Sakarma means doing activity which has been prescribed in the Vedas. Whatever has been there. Be a good person. Be a good father. Perform this ritual. If you perform this ritual, you will please this demigod. So doing all those things very nicely. Ritualistic way of life and very wonderful. Performing all his rituals nicely. That is known as Sakarma. Still, that is not considered as spiritual because he's worshipping demigods, everything very wonderful. He'll keep up rows also. He will do Pitru Dan also. He will go to the temples also, do the Dan also. Everything very wonderful. But somewhere he has a desire for all these activities. It is known as fruitive activities. When he is performing such rituals, he has a desire to gain. He has a desire to gain. His desire is not to please Krishna. His desire is, I perform all the rituals. So many demigod rituals are there. He does all those Devi Devatas rituals, everything wonderful. He is doing Sakarma, which is there in the Vedas. The Vedas, there is a section which is known as Samhita. We have done that. In the Samhita section, how to worship various demigods and attain material benefits, even to the extent of going to the heavenly planets also. How to get Svarga, doing all Punya Karmas. It's not into Papa Karmas, all Punya Karmas. They're all good people, all wonderful people. So all these pious activities will make him go to the higher planets, heavenly planets. But still, all these seven planetary system, higher planetary system or lower planetary system, they are within this material world. They are within this material. It is not that you are getting out of this material world. Within this material world, there are higher planetary system and lower planetary system, of which earthly planetary system is in the middle. So performing all wonderful activities so that he can get heavenly planets, upper planetary systems. So Sakarma. Now Vikarma. what is not there in the Vedas, performing such illicit activities. So for that, he is going to get punishment. So that is known as vikarma. And what is akarma? For which there is no good, no bad. It is completely transcendental, beyond. Like Mr. A did good work, Mr. B did bad work, Mr. C, something which is beyond this good or bad. So in the same way, here akarma means doing activity, keeping Lord in the center, understanding that everything belongs to Lord, and using everything in the service of Lord. There is a what to do. Should we give up everything? Should we not cook in the day? Should we not go to the office? Whole time should we do bhajan and stuff? Sometimes this doubts. क्या भजन करने को पढ़ाई वढ़ाई कुछ करना नहीं, ऑफिस में जाना नहीं. Do everything for Krishna. Devotees are studying also. Devotees are going to office also. Devotees are sleeping also. Devotees are cooking also. But now there is a difference in cooking. When you cook for your family, it is cooking. The time what happens, somebody, it's a food. It's a food which you have made out of love. You have made out of love. So much of love. But what happened? Your husband, okay. What happened? 2 times he put the forgot. Some call came. And somebody just told like this, your husband, somebody, child, immediately flee to the back. Because I cooked out of so much of love and I criticized this. You don't know the words. But then somebody has made food for Krishna. He also put 2 times salt. He also forgot. Somebody came, he also put 2 times it became. You offered it to Lord. And you have distributed prasad. Nobody will say prasadam is bad. There will not be a daring to say, shayad namak zyada khana. Immediately the topic changes. Oh, maybe Lord wanted to eat more salt. That is why today it is salty. But nobody will dare to say this. Somebody sings very nicely, voice is very good. They are generally felicitated. What a good singer. Somebody sings very bad. Then in our colleges, what used to do is they used to have straw. They used to put that moon and all. And when somebody sings very bad, they used to throw like this. And it's go and hit that person. Or take some tomatoes and just throw on him. Bad singing. Somebody is doing kirtan. Voice is not so good. But still nobody will say it is. Because that kirtan is the same thing, song. The song is now for Lord. It is song only, but the song is for Lord, which is beyond bad, beyond good. Mother went with the child, went to the garden, and in the garden only there was a temple. There was a nalka tap. Then the child told, I want to drink water. Mother said, no, you should not drink that water. It's tap water. Mother always is cautious with the best of the child. She gave this little water. And then they went inside the temple. And there was a line to take Sharanam. And that Pujari actually had come, filled the water from the same tap, and gave bath to Lord. Now, mother did not ask whether did you boil the water? Is it distillery water? Because now the water which has been bathed to Lord becomes transcendent. It becomes divine. It becomes divine. That is how the things when offered to Lord comes out of this dualities, good and bad. So happened Ramanjacharya. I told the story of Ramanjacharya. That is in your classes. Here did I tell Ramanjacharya poison. Did I tell that here? I told you. So when Ramanjacharya was sipping the tirtha, what did he say? Please forgive this priest who has considered your holy water to be ordinary. Your holy water has the capacity to remove the poison of this world. But considering this holy water to be ordinary water, there is an offense he has done. Please forgive me. Please forgive me to give such enviousness in the heart of God. When the children used to worship the Lord and they used to make laddus out of sand and they used to offer to Ramanujacharya, he used to take it. He used to say, because it's prasadam, he used to take it. That was an acharya. That is acharya. So in this way, the things which is offered to Lord, that comes out of this dualities, that is good and bad. And Lord has told us to perform that. Now let us see the three types of activity which has been mentioned in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 17th verse. Karmanoyapi bodhavyam bodhavyam cha vikarmanah akarmanascha bodhavyam kahana karmanam gatihi. There is akarma, there is vikarma, there is akarma. Your sleeping is also an activity. Now, sleeping generally is ignorance. Sleeping is generally considered to be ignorance. But when you sleep with an intention of waking up early in the morning or giving a small rest to this machine, body is also a machine. You just give a small rest to this machine and the intention is wake up early in the morning and chant the holy name. Then your sleeping is also purified. The intention is I have to wake up early in the morning. Generally, people wake up early in the morning so that they can catch the flight. When they have to catch the flight, that time they wake up early in the morning, 3 o'clock. But normal days, you tell, please wake up 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, at least 5 o'clock. See, it's all night now. Somebody asked me, Mataji, आप रात को क्या करते हो 3:30? In the bathroom, sound comes to the other person. You don't sleep all. I said, this is all early morning. Early morning has to be grasped because that is known as Brahma Muhurta. In the Brahma Muhurta, actually, if you see, everybody wakes up. 3:30, 4 o'clock. If you observe, every one of us wake up. But they go past and then again. That's the problem. Everybody wakes up. Because Paramatma is situated in everyone's heart. 4 o'clock, everybody wakes up. 4 o'clock, 4:30. But they go for urine and come back and sleep. Wake up. There is a time one has to wake up. It is said that time, that Murta, if a person chants the holy name, there's a direct transmission to Vaikuntha planet. Because no network problems. Or else you have a lot of phone calls, so much of disturbances. Whole day you have so much of thought. It is said your day is also divided into 3 modes. Satoguna is the highest, the nature, Satoguna is the highest during the Brahma time. As and when the day goes, passion is highest. That time you have the habit, the tendency to work. That time you cannot chant, even though you want to chant, you cannot chant because workload is there. And night hours, it is having tamas in the nature, tamas. That is the time one should sleep. One should take rest. But nowadays, the panda is different. The children study at night and then they sleep in the morning. But we have studied early to bed, early to rise. Rise makes the man healthy and wise. But now what is a panda? Wake up whole night, sleep whole morning and become dull. Just become dull. So the ayu also reduces. Night is for sleeping, morning is for waking up. Morning, early morning, much paper, especially this Margashish month. It's so wonderful. We go to the south. 4 o'clock, there will be Nagar Sankirtan. What you call Nagar Sankirtan? In Marathi, is a nice name for Nagar Sankirtan. Prabhat Feri, Prabhat. They go taking Kartal, Prabhat Feri. They'll be chanting the holy name. They go to the temples, they sit and chant the holy name, they sing wonderful songs which are glorifying Lord, which is also known as Pasuras. Especially in this Margashish month, Andal, there is a great devotee known as Andal. Andal is also not devotee, she's actually Lakshmi herself. She appears, she's known as Alva. She's one of the Alva. So Andal has written wonderful verses, they're known as Tulpa. So every day one song is sung. So beautiful songs are. So that is how the morning hours should be. Early morning means it is to wake up. Early morning means to take bath. Not that you go out and just without brushing the teeth also, taking wet tea and going out and then roaming around and then afterwards coming. Just why the people are going around? Because they are heavy in the stomach. Still the Stomach is very heavy. It is not light. To lighten the stomach, they just go out to all the exercises. Then come again, have a cup of tea. Still not taken part. Just see how that is. Early morning is to wake up, go freshen up, and take bath. And sit and chant the holy name. You can walk and chant the holy name also. Not a problem. Chant the holy name. Morning means for chanting the holy name. If you don't utilize that, we are actually misers. Miser means a person who has wealth but doesn't want to give it. It's not as conjure. He has wealth, but he doesn't want to give. In the same way, you have the wealth of a human body, but we don't want to utilize this human body. We have all the wonderful facilities. We have the tongue to chant. Just imagine if we could have it in some of the other species, some insect species or some animals. We could not have chanted. So we have got opportunity. We have got the facility. We have got a wonderful human body. Then we should wake up early in the morning. We cannot get up in the morning. Why? Because we are eaten heavy in the night. It is said, eat like a king in the morning. Go on reducing your ahara in the night. Just eat like a beggar. Eat like a king, but then night times eat like a. Finish off your dinner as early as possible. Nowadays, what is early? 9 o'clock is early. Because they come home by 9 o'clock. So that is passionate. This whole city is such a passionate city. By the time they come home, it is 9 o'clock. Then everybody gets together and all heavy items are made. We all sit together. By 10 o'clock, 10:30, all paneer, night times. And then, how a person can wake up early? Because your food is not digested. Your strength is utilized in digesting the food. So we should know how to eat the food also. Early morning, cook the best, offer to Krishna. It becomes prasadam. And eat sumptuously. Eat sumptuously. You can eat 10 items also in the morning because the whole day you're going to work and you're going to digest the food. Then you are lighted in the stomach in the morning also. So we should know what type of ahara we take. And Bhagavad Gita says also. Just see, Bhagavad Gita teaches us how to utilize this human body. What type of ahara we have to take. What type of daily schedule we have to put. We say Bhagavad Gita is a book of religion. No, book for a man. If we are born as a human, it's a book for a person to be called as a. Then, if you ask a person, please chant, he says, I don't have time. Prabhupada said, chant. He said, can't. Prabhupada said, chant. He again said, can't. Prabhupada said, what? I can't chant Hare Krishna. Prabhupada said, thank you. You have chanted. Prabhupada is so expert in making a person chant. He said, even if one time you chant, you have utilized your time. The time, he said, time and tide waits for no man. We have studied all these and we have got 1 out of 1 and we forgot. Just for getting that marks, we have been taught so many proverbs. There are many proverbs. Time and time waits for. Make hay while the sun shines. What is the meaning? Make hay while the sun shines. Utilize the morning hours before the sun rises. It is said in the house before the sun rises, there the whole family wakes up. And what we do? Oh, sunrise, it comes and strikes my eyes and sleep is lost. Let me put black curtains, darken the whole room. It is said where the sun rays come, there will be always auspiciousness. We all desire auspiciousness, but we don't know what is the method, how to take the auspiciousness. Before the sun rises, one should wake up early in the morning. Open the windows, keep the welcome the sun. How to welcome the sun? First chant the holy name, wake up Krishna. Worship the Lord. And in this way, make your whole time auspicious. But we say we don't have time. That's the biggest cry is we don't have time. No, I have to cook so much. Big agenda we give. I don't have time. But we have time for the stupid TV. It's not a idiot box. Somebody is laughing. He's paid. He is paid. You are laughing. You are not paid. You are wasting your time. Instead, you are paying the bills. So we say we don't have time, we don't know to manage. What you should say? I don't know to manage. Instead of saying I don't have time, what is the answer you should give? I don't know to manage time. Please teach me how to manage time. Lord has given 24 hours for us. In that, it is said, even if a person sleeps for 7 hours, it is ideally 6 hours is enough. But even then, 7 to 8 hours, somebody needs a little more sleep. 7 to 8 hours are enough to make a person healthy and keep him fresh. And then you have how many hours? 24 minus 8 is how much? 16. In that you work for 10 hours. 10 hours. Because going, coming, travel, that is 12 hours. Out of 16, 12 hours they are working. How much? Still 4 hours. 1 hour goes to take bath, dress yourself. 1 hour to cook and all those things. Still you have 2 hours. Still you have 2 hours. 12 hours just went in traveling, going to work. And that can be reduced if your office is nearby or close. And if you're not working, if you're retired, then you have more time. The 12 hours is also, even if you're very busy, and if you're a student, if you have to study, you'll not study more than 12 hours. Nobody studies. So you have in your day 2 hours. That 2 hours is required for completing 16 rounds. Thus, Srila Prabhupada, who is the great Acharya, he said minimum 16 rounds, can't you? Minimum. He did not say maximum. He said minimum 16 rounds. You said, I don't know to manage the time. That is my problem. We sleep. Actually, we don't sleep. We go on thinking. Even after one wakes up also, he likes to just be in the bed. And also he likes to gossip, especially in the night hours. They go on talking. By the time 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, then they sleep. Because he did not talk the whole day. So night is for talk. Just it is said before 12 o'clock, every hour is considered as much as 2 hours sleep. If you have slept 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, 10 to 12 is 2 hours. It is as good as 4 hours sleep. And then after that, 1 hour only is counted. 1 hour. So even if you sleep till 4 o'clock, you have actually slept how much? 8 hours. And beyond that, it is only considered as half an hour. So just imagine if a person starts sleeping 12 o'clock, he will till 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, can still consider 1 hour sleep, 5 hours. After that, half an hour, half an hour, half an hour. So that means till 7 o'clock, 6 hours, 9 o'clock, 8 hours. That means till 9 o'clock, if he sleeps, then only he will feel something fresh. And then what happened? Half day is gone. On the other hand, a wise person, what he does, he sleeps early, takes ample sleep, takes complete rest, and wakes up early. And then he has the whole day because he's fresh. He has taken 8 hours sleep. Though it seems to be 6 hours, but he has taken 8 hours. That is why every mother should train the child to sleep early. I still remember my mother used to off the light, whether you want to sleep or not. 9 o'clock, all the lights on. Go to the bed. Sometimes it's not feel sleepy, especially the holidays, you want to play more. But mother used to off the light, go sleep. 9 o'clock means. And mother will then sing a song and sleep. So we used compulsorily, we have to sing 15 minutes some bhajan. Then while like that singing, we used to 9:30 by 9:30, mother also used to sing, we also used to sing. By 9:30, all of us used to sing. 9 o'clock means go to the bed. And nowadays, 9 o'clock, full-fledged homework. Because mother is a rush about morning, going to office. By the time she comes home, she's so frustrated. Child has not done one homework. Then she screams to her class teacher, I am paying you so much, you're not getting the work done. Just imagine the children are going to school. On top of that, they are going to classes. Just imagine if we are sent to the kitchen and again go to the kitchen. Will we have that energy to do? How much of workload? We are not allowing the children to play also. Because so much of passion and so much of ignorance is prevalent in the society. We are not utilizing the day according to the gunas. The day is divided into gunas. Satoguna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Tamas is for sleeping. Tamas means you should go and sleep. 9 o'clock means you should sleep. Wake the children by 4 o'clock, 4:30. Train the children like this. My father used to do that. I never slept beyond 5 o'clock. My father used to take me up every day 4:30. Wake up, take bath. 5 o'clock we used to be ready. Chant Suprabhat. That is how the training has to be given. If this training is given, then understand there will be long life, healthy life also. It is not just you sing a proverb and then get one after one and then forget it. May hay while the sun shines. Even if you go to the farms, if you go, the farmers, they go early morning in the farm. They take bath, they go to the farm. They utilize their day so properly, so perfectly. Only in the name of urbanization, in the name of modernization, we are only degrading ourselves, degrading our health, degrading everything. So in this Kala, Krishna says, a person who doesn't use the Kala, time, I appear as Kala. That is means death. So what happens? All the activities for which he has endeavored so much, everything has gone. One meaning of Kala is time, one meaning of Kala is death. For a person who doesn't know to utilize the time which is given by Krishna, he is dead. It means all endeavor comes to an end. One who utilizes his time for Lord, his endeavor is carried on. Now he is chanting. The chanting will never end. Neha Vikramanashusti Praktavayana Vidyate Swalpamuktas Dharmasya Trayate. Even if you have chanted small thing, it will go on. So let's see how Krishna says, I am Kala. Shri Bhagavad Vacha Kalosmi Lokakshaye Prabhuto Kalosmi Lokakshaye Prabhuto Lokan Samahartum Iha Pravruttaha Pravruttaha Devipmana Bhavishanti Sarve Yeva Stitaha Pratyarikeshu Yavtaha. Very clear indication, Krishna says, I am Kala. Except for you, Pandavas, all are going to be killed. That means what Krishna wants to say. One who is not taking shelter of Krishna will die. Krishna appears to him as Kala. All his endeavors go away. All the materialistic endeavors will just be again dead. That dead means it is lost. All the material endeavors are lost as soon as the person uses the body. But the Pandavas, they are great devotees. Devotional activities are never lost. It goes on. Devotional activities never go in vain. Somebody asked the Prabhupada, what is the use if we do all this and in the last, if I don't happen to see Krishna, then the last, Prabhupada said, if you happen to see that, at least we utilize the time. You did not utilize the time, then you will have more repentance. Even if we don't see Lord, but we have utilized our time to the fullest. So if we utilize the time to the fullest, then we are in a good position. At least we are in a good position in the next life. We know that we have utilized the time to the fullest. We have utilized everything in service of Lord. Our every utility is the principle. Said utility is the principle. Now the time is there, utilize it. Night is there, utilize it. Sleep for waking up early in the morning. Utilize the morning hours so that you freshen up. How you freshen up? In the complete worship of Lord. And because of that, you're getting all the auspicious. Make your day auspicious. You are having that strength. And now that strength, spiritual strength. Spiritual strength surpasses all other strength. There is gross level strength, there is mental level strength, and there is intellectual strength. But spiritual strength is beyond all these three strengths. Like a person is very heavy. Like you have what is it? They take the weight. They are very weight lifters. They were known as WW something. Five ones. They lift, they're very strong. And for that, they build up their body, they eat a lot, very strong. This is known as gross strength. He's having gross strength, but then some girlfriend left him in mental strength is gone. He's now thinking of doing suicide. Oh, what happened? Mental strength. So even to face the circumstances, one should have mental strength. Even if he is mentally strong, if he's not intellectually strong, then what will happen? He for some time he will be strong, after this he will deviate. But then beyond this intellectual strength is spiritual strength. And if a person is spiritually strong, he can face all this. Even if he has started a business and having a loss, it doesn't affect him just because he's spiritually strong. Somebody comes and says to him, beautiful, fine. Somebody removes that beauty and says, you are cool, it's fine. Sometimes beautiful, even look at the mirror. Go on looking at them. And somebody removes that two words, beauty, and just gives cool, then also we can try the day. Just see two words affected our consciousness. If a person is spiritually strong, he will not be affected by the objects to which he comes in touch. Like the sound. Somebody calls you in with good words, you feel very good. Somebody insults you, you cry. Then these words doesn't affect the person who is spiritually strong. Why? He knows I am not the matter, I am spirit soul. So even if he has called me fool or an idiot, whatever it is, it's only for the body. It is not for the soul. So to be spiritually strong, one has to take spiritual guidance under an authoritative source and take the shelter of spiritual scriptures. Without the shelter of spiritual scriptures, without taking shelter of Lord, one cannot be spiritually strong. Like when Srila Prabhupada was in Russia. What's the time now? Prabhupada was in Russia. At the time, even today also it's communism. So initially they were not allowing this Hare Krishnas. They were so much against Hare Krishna movement. There are only 4 devotees which Prabhupada at that time had made. Now the news came, Hare Krishnas are thieves. News came. All these devotees came and cried, Prabhupada, they are calling us thieves. The newspaper, they have put Hare Krishnas are thieves. Prabhupada just gave a wonderful smile and was in ecstasy. He said, Prabhupada, it's not the time to go in ecstasy, they are calling us thieves. Prabhupada said, this is what I wanted. So what you wanted? I wanted everybody to chant Hare Krishna. Anyhow, Hare Krishna is transcendental words. Our thieves are material words. Material words will go in matter, matter goes in matter. But spiritual things always are moving in the spiritual world only. Now the whole Russia, what they are reading? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Just the Prabhupada's such a spiritual strength, because of Prabhupada's spiritual strength, today we are having the highest devotional activities in Russia. Russia is the place of rishis. Why this name Russia came? It is said in those Vedic times, it was not just India, Pakistan. It was not like it was whole Bharat. Even Russia was also coming in Bharat. That is the place where rishis used to go and do tapasya. That is why the name came Russia. But nowadays we have divided our countries. I think they are foreigners. Almost Vedic tradition was prevalent. Whole Bharat Bhumi was prevalent. But our Bharat land was the headquarters of all the Bharata Varsha, Bharata Khanda, Bharata Varsha, Bharata Bhumi. It was the capital Rajdhani of the whole Bharat. That is why this place where Vedic culture, from here, the Vedic culture is to be taught to the whole world. Even if you go to the outside world, people will ask you, do you know something about Bhagavad Gita? You say, do you know something about Vedas? They look at you. You're coming from which land? From the land which is the capital. That's why it said, Bharata Bhumite Haida Manushya Jagmaya Janma Sartak Kari Karaparamukar. Janma Sartak Kari. Give Artha to the Janma. Don't do Vyartha. Do Sarthaka. Sarthaka Kari Karaparamukar. Do Para Uppar. Sometimes you say, Uppar nahi chahiye tumhara. We don't know this word uppar actually. We think uppar means something like you are favoring somebody. Upakara, upa means Lord, kar means karyate. If you have the word upavas, upa means Lord, vas means fasati. Upavas means not sabudana khichdi or something. Upavas means what? Generally we call fasting. Oh, sabudana khichdi or something. Like I'm not fasting from water or something like that. Upavas means, upa means Lord, upavas. Upanishad, what is meaning of upa? Upa means Lord, Nishad means sitting beside the spiritual master and learning about the absolute truth. Upakaryate, do the activities for Lord, that is known as upakara. That means you should have upakara. You should not say, I don't want your upakara, I want your upakara. From whom should we gain the upakara? From a devotee. So a devotee does upakara. So it is said, Janma sarthaka kari kara param upkara. Do upkara for others. Give Krishna consciousness to others. First be in Krishna consciousness and give Krishna consciousness to others. Then your Janma is sarthaka. That means now you have accomplished the purpose of your human. Or don't waste the life. Just wasting the life like eating, mating, sleeping, depending on ahar, nidra, bhai, maithunam. What is the use? Samanya hita Pashvi. Even the Pashvi is also thinking, why waste one's wonderful life? Accomplish the task. And what is the task? Take up Krishna consciousness. Give Krishna consciousness. I'm aging 70 years, 80 years. Prabhupada at the time when he went to West, the time when generally people think, now I'm retired, now my daughter-in-law should serve me or my son should serve me. Wife is in your born. So sometimes you think like this. But Srila Prabhupada, he gave up all his so-called facilities just to give upkar to everyone. Till the age of 82, 12 years, Prabhupada just traveled around the world. He used to cook and feed people. He used to cook. As a sannyasi, he is not supposed to cook, but he used to cook and offer to Lord and teach the Vedic samskaras to everyone. Just say such an acharya. Acharyas are one who takes up the trouble for the sake of others. They are not interested in their personal conveniences or facilities. They are always interested to give para upkara. So that is the purpose of a person born in this land. Bharata Bhumite Manushya Janmaya. Janma Sarthaka Kori Para. So do such karya. Utilize the time. Utilize the human resources. So practical application of Bhagavad Gita that we'll do next. So we have done 5 subject matters, out of which what is changeable? That is karma. Karma can be changed. When a person comes in contact with the devotee, then the so-called sakarma becomes akarma. Akarma means for which there is no good or bad result, but it is completely divine. Like you don't say prasad, we say prasad acha hai. Then prasad bura bhi hona chahiye. But we don't say prasad bura because we don't know this word. Prasad divya. Prasadam is divya. Divya is beyond good, beyond bad. So do that smart. Any doubts in this section? You can ask. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste 2nd January, we may start the course or we may start directly diploma course. We will be giving you the forms next. All the studies will come in that. So diploma course in Bhagavad Gita will be there. Still, I will give it form also. You are all there in the WhatsApp group. I have added you in the WhatsApp group. Those who are not there, please give me the links. And please check your WhatsApp. I will intentionally keep only for the admins because all the photos not become somebody need the group and go. That is so only for the admins are there. So you get the messages for the diploma course also, where we will be systematically doing right from the cover page of Bhagavad Gita. First 1 year we'll be doing the two chapters of the basics of Bhagavad Gita. Actually, Bhagavad Gita ends in the 2nd chapter itself, which was a very fast track. Arjuna could not understand. That's why Arjuna asked again the question. That is how it went in the 18th chapter. So So first year, two chapters, and then proceed. Okay. So those who are interested, next week I will be the form, I fill up the form. Those who have come for the first time and those who registration is pending, please. Right.